Hello and welcome. This session explains how to use Zoom for your virtual meetings, interviews, and best of all, celebrations. We'll start by creating a free Zoom account and demonstrate how to use Zoom to host a meeting, including, of course, inviting the participants. Zoom is a video conferencing platform and it helps us stay connected with others. With everything going on today, it's such a great way to bridge the distance and have those virtual face-to-face meetings with our family, friends, coworkers, and students, and still observe social distancing. You can use Zoom, of course, on a computer, laptop, tablet, or mobile phone. You can set up a free account just by going to www.zoom.com. Free accounts do have some limitations. For example, the maximum meeting length is limited to 40 minutes. Once you get to the website, click Sign Up, it's free in the top right corner of the window. Enter your birthday information and click Continue. Next, you'll enter your email address, and while it does say work email, you can use your personal email account. Notice also the options along the bottom to sign in with single sign-on or SSO, Google or Facebook. You do not want to use these options at this point because you must still first set up your Zoom account. So we'll skip that for now. So again, just entering your email address and clicking sign up. The next step is the CAPTCHA. So you'll need to select all the squares that include whatever it is they're asking for. In this case, it's crosswalks. And once that's done, you can click verify. Zoom sends a verification message to your email account. So at this point, you'll go over to your email, open the message from Zoom, and click the Activate Account button. There are just a few follow-up questions that you'll get over on the Zoom website. For example, it will ask if you are signing up on behalf of a school. Since we're signing up for a personal account, we're going to select No and click Continue. Next, you'll enter your first and last name and create a password that you'll use to log into Zoom going forward. Once that's done, you'll click Continue. This step allows us to invite people and go straight into hosting a Zoom meeting. We're going to hold off on that, but we will definitely show you how that's done in a little bit. For now, let's click Skip this step. And so this is our last setup step, and what we're going to do here is click on the option to go to My Account. Great, so now your account is set up, and luckily we only need to go through those steps once. Going forward, all you'll need to do is go to the zoom.com site and sign in with the email address and password you created. Now we'll take a look at hosting a Zoom meeting. So when you want to go ahead and host your meeting, you'll just navigate over to zoom.com and you will use the sign in link if you're not already signed in. Zoom in so you can see that a little better. And you'll enter your email address and password and click on sign in. And what we'll do here is schedule a meeting that will take place in the near future. Once you're signed in, you can use the schedule a meeting link along the top and enter the information. So maybe it is giving it a topic. A description, when it's going to take place. So you'll use the date and time pickers. The duration, and in case you've forgotten from the earlier slide, our Zoom basic plan, that's the free one, has a 40-minute time limit. So we can just go ahead and indicate that this will be a 40-minute meeting. Again, it'll cut us off at that point, so you can even leave that duration alone. So then what we're able to do is even generate our own security passcode if we wanted to, or let it go with the one that it assigns us. We can indicate the video options. So if the purpose is to have everybody see one another, then you're going to want to have the video on. You're the host, so you'll select on, and you'll want your participants on video as well in a situation like that. Just scrolling down a couple of other options. If you want people to be able to get in there before the host joins, that's you, you can go ahead and do that. Otherwise, they'll be in what's sort of like a waiting room. If your purpose of getting together is for you to talk to a bunch of participants, you can mute everybody else. I'm going to leave that option deselected. And if you wanted to, you can record the meeting as well. So again, just a topic for the meeting, a description, although that's not mandatory, the date, the time, the duration. Give it a passcode if you want, or just go with the default one that it assigns. And any other options, then you're choosing save. And then essentially what you're able to do is, here's your invite link. So you're going to be able to copy that, right? Click copy invitation. This is all the information that you need to send. So you can copy that meeting invitation, and now it is in your clipboard. So what that means is you can head over to your Gmail or wherever else, and you can go ahead and paste it in and send it out that way. However you want to share that with the folks, just go ahead, and I'm just going to do this in a blank email. I'm not going to actually address it to anybody, but in the body of the email there, I'll make this a little bit bigger. In the body of the email, just going to go ahead and paste it in. Control V to paste, remember, on a PC, or right click and paste, again on a PC. And then that's got everything, including the link, the meeting ID, even the passcode, if necessary. And then all you need to do is go ahead and send this via email to your recipients, and they'll be able to join. Now it's time for the meeting to take place, so we'll look at joining and the meeting controls inside of your Zoom meeting. When you're ready to join your meeting, you're going to be able to find that scheduled meeting over on the left side of this profile screen. Just click on meetings. Your scheduled meetings will be listed there. You can go ahead and click start. It'll go ahead and open on my computer because I've already installed the Zoom sort of little app there. And if not, it will prompt you to install it. This is the Zoom window. Let me maximize it. And I'm the only one in here at this point. And again, I'm the host. So what I want to bring your attention to is along the bottom, there is a toolbar that will allow you to control things like the audio, and that's for you, the participant, or in this case, the host, right? So if you want to mute your audio, you just give that a click and you'll see the little strike through indicating that I am muted. I can go ahead and click that again to unmute. Same with the video. When it comes to the participants' audio and video, you can go ahead and click the participants. That opens a task pane or a panel on the right, and each of the participants that have joined your meeting will be listed there. You'll be able to hit the little microphone next to either of those participants or any of your participants. Also, if you hover, you can actually click the mute button or the more, and you'll be able to go ahead and activate or toggle those options on or off. Along the bottom, you have the ability to mute all of your participants except you, the host or the presenter. So if you do a mute all, everyone but yourself will be muted. So if your goal is to communicate with a bunch of folks and have them all just sort of listen, then that might be a good feature for you to explore. And here are just a few more things to keep in mind as you host your meeting. Okay, let's bring our attention back to the toolbar at the bottom of the Zoom window. So all I need to do is sort of grab the mouse and start bringing it towards the bottom to show that toolbar. And some of the things that we want to take a look at would be in case you would like to chat with your participants. So written messages back and forth. So just give that a click. It opens a panel on the right side, and you would see any of the chats, for example, that have gone on up until this point would be listed here. If you wish to send a chat message to everyone or a specific person in the a specific participant, you would be able to use this drop down. And select, of course, and inside you will be able to write your message in. And just press the enter key to be able to pass that message along. So that can go on during the meeting, of course. And if you would like to minimize that, then you are going to be able to turn that off just by coming back to the toolbar at the bottom of the screen and clicking chat. That's a toggle as we call that, so it'll come on and off as you need it. You are also going to be able to share your screen. So in addition to just seeing folks face to face, which is awesome to stay connected, but if there is some kind of file or screen or application that you would like to share, then you as the host would be able to do that. You just bring your mouse pointer to that toolbar, click on share screen, and you would be able to indicate what you want to screen, what you want to share. So what you're seeing here are all of the windows that I currently have open. That would be the 8 windows that you see down along this area, and you would just go ahead and pick whichever screen it is that you would like to use. If you want to be able to flip between applications, then probably what you want to choose is screen. Then whatever application you have open will be shown through your Zoom meeting. If you would like, you can also have a whiteboard, and a whiteboard is a great place for you to capture ideas and questions and things along those lines during the course of the meeting, right? So you'll be able to go ahead and do that. And if there's an iPhone or iPad that you would like to use or share, you can as well. I haven't done too much with that, so I am just going to maybe share the screen that I have open here. I'm going to go ahead and click on share. And then anything that I have open will be seen to my participants. So as I go into different files, right, different websites, etc., then that is what the folks in my meeting are going to be able to see, right? So I'll just go into an Internet Explorer window, etc., and that's what's happening. To stop sharing your screen, what you do at that point is bring your mouse pointer towards the top, and you get another toolbar with the ability to mute and unmute, also share and stop your video. And there is an option here to just click that will allow you to stop sharing that video. So go ahead and do that. Let's look at that whiteboard. So I'm just going to go into share screen. Whoops, just clicking that share screen option along the bottom, and I'm going to click on whiteboard and click on share. Okay, so what the whiteboard is going to allow me to do is to draw, right? So you're going to be able to actually, write on the whiteboard itself. It's a little challenging to do that, so luckily there is a tool here that will allow you to type as well. So I can click on text, click on a spot in the whiteboard, and just write my message. Okay. If you want to erase something, clear something, you certainly can. There are tools that will allow you to do that. So let me grab that eraser and erase my handwritten, and we'll just sort of stick with the text that I've wrote in there as well. Okay, so you can have a little fun with that. There's drawing tools, spotlights, etc. So you can do all kinds of things like that. You can actually save this. And what the save does is just creates a screenshot of your whiteboard, and it saves it to a directory there on your computer. It's called the Zoom directory, so you'll be able to find that. It's in the Documents folder. And you're, of course, just able to clear it all out, close the toolbar, or even stop sharing that if you need to. Okay. So those are just some of the things, of course, that you can do. You can record your Zoom meeting. You can go ahead and add reactions. So the add reactions are claps and thumbs up. And when it's time to end your meeting, in the bottom right, there is a button that will allow you to do that. So you can just go ahead and click that red button in the bottom right. You know what? Let me just make it so that you can actually see that. The bottom right is the end. That ends the meeting. And you're able to end the meeting for all folks that are on there, or just you choose to leave the meeting and leave the others sort of to meet. Now, just a reminder, of course, we're using that free Zoom meeting account, so our meetings are limited to 40 minutes. This screen shows a few of the shortcut keys that I find helpful. These are used during your meetings to be able to bring up the chat window, for example. These are PC related, so Alt-H will bring up the chat. You can mute all your participants with Alt-M. You can pause what you're sharing. You can record what you're sharing. You can, decide what you want to share with the Alt-S. And if you want a quick way to end the meeting, it's Alt-Q. So keep these in mind, just quick ways to be able to make selections during your meeting without having to go to the toolbar either along the bottom or the top of your shared screen. So that's about it. Hopefully this video gives you an idea of how easy it is to create an account and start using Zoom to stay connected with friends and family.